doing it.
Good evening, Eric.
Good evening, Thomas.
How's it been?
It's been good.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, like 3 weeks or so since the last time we did this.
Maybe 3 weeks.
Oh, we're getting behind, man.
Experimenting with new setups, though.
Yeah, we got 2 cameras now.
Always on the edge of innovation. Always the frontier.
And we're holding the microphones now because the new table.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
Well, the table's definitely an upgrade. So yeah, what were we talking about? Twitter. Do you have a Twitter? Do you use Twitter?
No.
Okay.
I can say I never had an account. I think I had maybe an Instagram account at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Just to add 1 follower to my friend's account. So I never used it.
Yeah.
And I lost my email address since I deleted it.
Which one? Ketchupy?
Yeah.
You lost it?
No, so if it's inactive for a year or something, Microsoft deletes it, or it was a thing. So, well, I have an account, but it's impossible for anyone to access it. I checked online how to retrieve it, but they pretty much say that, forget it.
No.
But I'm not too, it's fine. I don't need to be there.
Yeah, no. It seems like kind of a nightmare. Like, I feel really bad for people who are super addicted to it. Like, social media in general, whether it's Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. It just, like, makes people unhappy and makes them vicious and mean. And it's, people say shit to each other on the internet that they would never say, like, in real life, if you're actually looking at another person in the face.
Yeah. And for some, anonymity.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the ones who have a name, they say a lot of things, but they wouldn't say in real life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not like that for me. Like, whenever I'm doing an interaction through the internet, I feel like I'm the same as in real life. Like, I try and be nice to people, try and be polite and respectful. And
yeah, I agree. It's another form of social interaction.
Mm-hmm.
The same way I could be on the phone, or I could be chatting on MSN, or sending a text message.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying what I'm texting is something I would say.
Yeah.
So I often start my text by
mm-hmm.
It's not needed, but it's just this is how I think I would answer to somebody's question, whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's what comes out.
Right?
So.
Like, I didn't think about it. I'm gonna type, I didn't think about it, instead of I didn't think about it.
Yeah. If you don't add that kind of stuff, it sounds like really dry and terse and just like matter of fact.
I guess maybe that's why people use emojis
mm-hmm.
to kind of
mm-hmm.
to send a signal about the mood
mm-hmm.
in which or the tone. And I don't use emojis.
No?
So no.
Consciously or just?
No, I
just don't feel compelled.
Yeah, it's like if I write an email or something, I'm gonna go straight to the point. So when I need to send a text, I go straight to the point. I don't think, I'm gonna make unless I really want to say like I'm laughing. Well,
mm-hmm.
it's easier than emoji than ha 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 ha, which is more generic. But no, I don't use emojis otherwise.
Mm.
No, maybe people who use them a lot, maybe I use 1 or 2 here and there, but
mm-hmm.
I go straight to the point.
Yeah.
And people I text anyway because I don't text many people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they can imagine my tone when I say what I say.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but sometimes that gets because people oftentimes might imagine something different. Like, I feel like that's why I started using emojis, because for a long time I was like, this is stupid. But I started using them because, it gives you like more degrees of freedom in terms of like the impact that your message could have. Because like if you want to, like let's say someone texts you something like, we're going to the park, and then you just text back, okay. But if you text like, okay, and then a smiley face or something, then it's like, I'm saying, okay, yeah, like
with a good mood.
Yeah. Whereas if it's just okay, it can be kind of like
neutral, or
like, does this person really actually care, or they're just like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like emojis for that.
I know they're useful. I just don't even think about using them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to send my text across. I have this to say. I'm going to say it, period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing, is I don't really think about like, I'm going to use an emoji. It's just like, that's what comes out.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, happens to be the way I express myself
So
digitally.
maybe it's a habit to take then. Try to finish a sentence with with an emoji to signal the tone.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess if I just get into this habit and force myself to do it for a week or something, I'll get there.
Yeah, well, you don't need to force yourself.
Nope, I don't need to. Exactly. I won't.
Yeah.
If people one day tell me, "Oh, you sounded pissed in your text," it's like, I'll go through the text and I was like, "What do you mean pissed? I said see you later." What's pissed about? At most, I'm neutral. I'm neutral. No, it's true. Maybe some tones could be misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't find, more generally, I don't find social media very
appealing.
Necessary.
Necessary, yeah. It's definitely not necessary, but I mean that's the problem. Is like there's so much benefit that comes with it, or that could come with it. Maybe that used to, being able to like share things with people in your life that. Like, I can see the value because it's like, let's say you take a cool picture at the beach and you want to share it with people as opposed to texting a bunch of people individually or sending it an individual WhatsApp. You just post it to one place where other people can theoretically go and see it. But, like, I just send shit to people. That's my social media. If I have a picture and I think of someone who might like it, then I'll send it directly.
Yeah, that's WhatsApp for me.
Yeah.
It's mostly the one I send links, whatever, videos, posts of other things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't... and also, it seems that some people use social media as some of their sources of information. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that... it's only a guess, but it seems to me that Twitter, or maybe Twitter in particular, is a... well, the voices that you see the most, or that you hear the most, I guess, that you read the most, are going to be coming from the noisiest students of the room, the noisiest pupils.
Sorry, nosiest or noisiest?
Noisiest.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm nosy, but I'm not too noisy. But you see what I mean? I'm guessing that the ones that you're going to see on your wall are probably the most extreme or the most controversial, and maybe that might, I don't know, it seems to me that might give a biased opinion of how representative that text is regarding opinion of the general population.
Well, yeah, everybody's got their own bias, and
even when I watch like a guy on YouTube, a guy I follow, French guy, English guy, whatever, and they say, "Oh yeah, everybody has been telling me this," talking about a negative comment of some sort, and then I go down in the comments, on the video or something, and maybe I see 1 out of 50. So I'm like, okay, so how representative is that?
Yeah.
Or maybe the YouTuber only looked at the negative ones. I'm not sure. It's just maybe you don't have that many, trolls or negative opinions among people who are watching your content. But maybe those are the ones that stand out to you, and those are the ones you mention. I'm not sure.
Is what you're talking about like, what is it? Negativity bias? Like people pay attention more to the negative things rather than positive things?
It's very possible, yeah. But at the same time, you also have confirmation bias, no? Where you're going to pay attention to people who are telling you that they agree with you.
Yeah. It seems like people on the internet or social media, based on what I read and hear on like news, basically, it's just people like trying to spew their own opinions about stuff, and if someone has a different opinion, then it's like, instead of it being a disagreement among two parties with genuine motives, it ends up just being like, oh, this person is on another team, or this person doesn't agree with me, so fuck them, they're a piece of trash. Like, they're
polarizing.
Yeah, people are just so fucking pissed off at each other. I can't imagine getting so pissed off at other people for like things that they believe.
And there's that. And even, I guess some people, I've seen some YouTubers almost getting depressed by opinions of others, or their audience, or, losing followers, subscribers, whatever the name is. And I'm also thinking, I cannot imagine how I could let opinions of people I don't even see the face of make my day shitty or good.
Yeah, right?
Like, yeah, okay, I can have my day good, my day like fun if people say that what I'm doing is nice and whatever. It encourages people. I feel maybe empowered or I feel good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
But when people tell me it's trash, I'm like, yeah, but I mean, who are they? They just say it's trash. It's not constructive. How relevant are they? Because everybody has a voice now.
Yeah.
But not everybody has a relevant voice.
No?
And I know mine is not relevant. I have a very small sample. I see a very small amount of people around me, and you know, even if I was on social media looking at other people's posts and opinions, that's still small because I wouldn't be looking at millions of posts from millions of people. I might be looking at specific part of the population that's going to bias my opinion. So I don't think I'm relevant in any capacity. I can speak to some degree. I can speak about some fields. You know, if you ask me about, I don't know, skateboarding, okay, I know my stuff. Maybe economics, I have some knowledge. But again, I won't be the one trying to impose my opinion on others. I would say, here's what I know. Now, I also know that there are plenty of things I still don't know. So I'm willing to listen to others.
Yeah.
And hopefully they won't try to stomp on my opinion.
That's a good, yeah, that's a good way to be, you know, like you've got your own ideas, other people have their ideas, and yeah, that's the thing is people really associate themselves, like their ideas and opinions become their identity, which is weird to me because people's ideas and opinions can change all the time. Like theoretically, hopefully they would change with new information, but I feel like a lot of people are just disregarding any kind of countervailing arguments to their theories.
And that can also be why they associate with other people. They might associate only based on some ideas. Like, this guy is my friend because he thinks like me on that point. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of things I disagree with you on. You're still an amazing friend, like an amazing human being. Because overall, like, fundamentally, you are nice, kind, generous, whatever. I have a bunch of nice adjectives about you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank
you.
But your opinions are shit, man. And yeah,
yeah, but that's the fun part of life is like hearing someone else say something that you're just like, what? Like, wow, you believe XYZ? Like, oh man, that's so different from what I believe, or similar, or what, you know. It's so interesting. I was just thinking about maybe it was 3 weeks ago when we were talking about abortion, and like, and we just have different ideas about it, but I was never like, oh, Thomas he's a devil worshiper, so, you know, some crazy shit. Like when people have different opinions than you on some stuff, some people go fucking nuts.
Did we talk about it in the last episode?
I don't think so.
No,
I think we were outside.
Yeah, because abortion finally entered the French Constitution like recently. So far it was allowed, or I don't know the word between allowed, decriminalized, and whatnot, but you could, you know, get the procedure.
It was available.
Yeah, but it was not part of the Constitution as maybe something you can use to defend yourself or whatnot. And that I think that entered the Constitution in August, July, this year.
Wow. Yeah. So is it easy to change the French Constitution?
No. Well, you have to vote. So deputies have to vote over a specific bill, and they need to get majority. And for that one, I think there were like 30 people against and like 300 something in favor of, which doesn't add up because the parliament is supposed to be made of 700 something deputies. So some people are.
Where are these other guys?
Some people are slacking off. And that's one thing I have to say about French Parliament. Yeah. Because there's a channel where you can see them like live debate every day.
Yeah, we have that in the U.S. too.
Very dry and boring, but hey, you can, you know, since you pay taxes, you pay the wages, right? So you can monitor their work. And they don't show up to work. Literally, when it's time to vote, sometimes there's one guy, and each seat there's a button like yes or no. I forgot this. You know. And sometimes the whole row is empty, and there's one or two dudes. And when it's time to vote, they literally press on the button of the colleagues because they all represent the same group. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, but I mean, come on, guys. Like
that's crazy to me. Like they can vote for other people. It's like no, that.
I don't know if, you know, probably they have signed, like, they signed a waiver of some sort, or, you know, they agreed in some way. But what amazes me is these guys are paid so much. There are so many things they don't pay. They don't pay for their apartment in Paris.
Wow.
You know, it's like not paying for my apartment downtown Vancouver. Okay, that's nice. Nice perk for the job.
Yeah, it's a pretty big benefit.
Then, you know, they probably have like lunches or breakfast and dinners on a regular basis that they don't pay for in very fancy restaurants. And sometimes you can see them live playing on Candy Crush, whatever else, Angry Birds, or I don't know which games they have on. The thing is, they're old, so you see the way they hold their phone. They hold their phone like this, and they're like. You're like, oh, come on, dude, you don't even know how to manipulate your phone. And why did they open? They got caught, they got made fun of, and they keep doing it.
Yeah.
They cannot just sit still and say, well, I'm voting a law right now. It's super important.
Yeah.
It's big duty. So I'm going to be focused.
Yeah, right? You would think, like, imagine at your own job if you were just like, I'm just sitting down playing Candy Crush all day. It's like I'm just on site. Other people are like working next to me. I'm like, let's fucking crush some candy or whatever. Cut some fruit.
I was talking to my friend, my French friend, about this, and I said, like, they were slacking up so much. And like, yeah, but sometimes they're doing other things, you know, like they're not just doing nothing if they don't show up to the parliament. They might be in their office working on other things. I'm like, okay, I imagine they might be studying a future bill that might be more important than the one from today. Okay, I can agree with that. And I said, but what about the phones? If you're at your office or your station and your boss is coming behind you and sees you like playing around on the phone, like they're gonna tell you like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And we cannot tell them. And these guys having one of the most sacred duties as part of like ruling a country. I don't know. They deserve to be monitored to some extent.
Yeah. They should fucking have to work like everybody else has to work.
Yeah.
And they have such an important job, fucking running the country, like deciding laws and. Oh, well, that's interesting. So.
What did we say about abortion when we talked about? Did we?
Well, I think I just remember that you said that you think it's the woman's right up until birth, essentially, to terminate the pregnancy.
Yeah, that's my,
And what the fuck did I say? I mean, well, I guess I can just say what I believe. I think it should be available and legal up until the beginning of the third trimester, I guess. Really, for me, it's like whenever the fetus is viable outside the womb. I think at that point you shouldn't be able to kill it.
Yeah, I see.
But once it's like completely dependent on the woman's body, it's essentially like a part of her. It's like a little alien. So I think women should be able to do whatever they want. You know, I couldn't imagine telling someone, yeah, you have to have this kid. Like, you have to go through pregnancy, then you have to go through labor, then you have to raise a kid for, you know, the rest of your life. And if you're not ready to, or even if you don't want to, like, and you're just, you know, like, imagine some reluctant mother giving birth and then having this kid that they don't want around. Like, that's going to fuck people up. Fuck people up real bad.
Yeah. So
I definitely believe in a woman's right to choose, but I think at a certain point, I just feel, that's the thing is, like, even though I feel this way, I would never tell someone like, oh, you can't get an abortion at a certain point, like, because I don't know, I believe in freedom. Like, people should be allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do. But then it's like, oh, if you're killing babies, you shouldn't really be allowed to kill babies. So that's the thing is, people who have like really firm beliefs on it and they're like, no, X is true, Y is not true, I feel like they're not thinking about it that hard, because I feel like you should probably be conflicted if you're being realistic about it. Anyway, I'm just rambling now.
Yeah, no, it's a very tough topic.
Yeah.
I believe in sovereignty of the body. So
Yeah.
if you're a pregnant woman and
What are you, anti-vax? Huh?
that's another topic we could touch on. So as long as the baby is in the woman and hasn't expressed any wish to be outside, so even if it's like 7 months, where technically he could live outside of the womb, but at the same time hasn't said he wanted to come out yet, pretty much hasn't provoked any sort of express delivery.
No escape plans
Yeah,
yet?
Then, well, it means that if the baby has a complication, the mom is potentially going through risks because the baby is inside. So in that sense, I believe the mom has priority.
Yeah, if you want to save the life of the mother, if the mother's life is in danger, I think people should definitely be able to terminate a pregnancy to save the mom who already exists in the world as a human.
So I think as long as the baby is not out, I would say the mom has the right. But again.
But it's like babies that are 1 day away from being born.
Yeah, no.
It just
feels
feels so bad.
Exactly. It's just it's bad timing for them because they could have been born 2 days prior and they'll be protected.
Yeah.
The mom could not just board them. And then also comes I know they have a lower priority, and I agree to some extent, but the dads. So imagine that you're with your wife, whatever, your partner, whoever you impregnate.
Yeah.
And you both agree to keep the baby. And you go through the pregnancy, and maybe together, you're making all the preparations, and for some reason the mom at 7 months, maybe 8 months, she's like, no, I can do this. And she decides unilaterally to abort, if it's possible, safely. I'm not sure at that stage. But
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I cannot just say, well, it's totally okay because the mom has absolute priority. They kind of made the agreement and everything, and the dad is probably working on preparing the delivery and the life at 3. And then the mom just said overnight, I don't know, I got depressed, whatever, I got a change of mind, and I decided to do it on my own. I was like, I don't know, I know it's your body, but at the same time,
yeah,
you have somebody willing to help you, and that's basically the dad. So he might have a word to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that doesn't happen that often, though.
No. Of course, I'm picking the very extreme examples right now. But just if one day those kind of things show up, and the law will be like, "What are we doing?
Yeah.
What do we do? We are on the fence."
Yeah, because
it's like the 1 day baby, 1 day away.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
1 day
yeah.
away from
being born.
delivered, from being born. Technically, it can still be killed, according to my opinion. now that you make me think about it, it's like, shoot, that's a good point.
Yeah, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's like, how much say does the father get, of this unborn baby?
Yeah.
Because it's definitely his kid as well. Like, if the kid was in the world outside the body, then it'd be like, yeah, this dad gets to make decisions about the kid's life because, that's their kid. But it's like, when the baby's still in the mom, and if she decides, like, oh, I don't want to go through with this, then it's like, how much say does he get? Because it's not 0, but it's definitely not 100%.
Yeah.
Is it 50%? And what does that even mean? Like, you get to make half the decision? It's like, if you guys have a vote, then...
So if they both, like if one agrees and the other disagrees, like, do they flip a coin? If it's 50-50? You're like, well, might as well leave it to chance, or...
But see, in that case, like, my initial instinct is no way. There's no way it's 50-50. Like, the woman still has way more decision
I agree.
in the matter. So
I agree.
It's kind of like, if there's only 2 people making the decision, she gets to make the decision, I think, in my assessment of it.
Again, sovereignty of the body. So as long as the baby's in, she get a more of a say in the conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So do you see that apparently some like NBA players, for instance, they're being told to use condoms, but to keep them when they're done. Because some women have been picking them up from the trash, and have been impregnate. Too hard to say.
Impregnating themselves.
Themselves, and then
Yeah, man, that's an old school chick. That's an old school trick.
So I heard somewhere that Drake, I think it's Drake, put Tabasco in the condom after being used.
What? Put Tabasco?
Yeah, to make it spicy, I guess. To make it, to make it burn the woman if she try. I don't know. I saw this in a video. A couple of people mentioned it.
It's not just NBA players that do that. Like.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's but apparently, like even their coaches tell them that, and managers or whoever is taking care of them, like guys, careful. You might have to give up half of your earnings or whatnot because of that little. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's people are so funny. Like, could you imagine that? Being like, okay, I'm going to try and get with this person, and we're going to use protection so that we don't pass diseases or get pregnant, and then to go and then intentionally try to get pregnant. Like, that's just, it's just such like a weird, scummy thing to do.
It's
like, to me, that's like if a dude had condoms and then you sleep with some chick, but you like poked holes in the condoms because you're like, oh, I'm gonna get this chick pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine?
Yeah, that's so sneaky.
Yeah, it's just deception. Like, it's fucked.
Yeah. I don't know where you draw the line here. Like, if the guy sues the woman and says, no, like, I used the condom. She, like.
But the problem is condoms aren't 100% effective, so you could always just say like, oh, well, just freak accident, the condom didn't work.
But even if the woman says that she agrees there was a condom and she agrees that all of the semen was contained in the condom, as it didn't break or anything. At the same time, she got pregnant and got a kid. Do you think the judge is going to say, yeah, but I mean, his intentions were to not get pregnant, to not get you pregnant, and you decided to do this unilaterally?
Yeah.
So at this stage, is the judge going to take the side of the man?
But in what way? I mean, like, would he be suing her, or like what? Why are they in court? Like, what's?
Well, probably if the woman gets pregnant with that guy's kid, with that guy, then she'll probably trying to claim some of the money he has. So he's gonna say no. I use condoms the whole time.
Yeah, but I don't think the court was like, oh, okay, whatever. People use condoms all the time. They still get pregnant.
Yeah, but I'm saying that. So there's that, and I'm saying even if the woman confirms that the condom was used and the condom was working, like no semen got out, but she still got pregnant and still wants to get some benefits. Would the judge in this case say, no, woman, the condom worked. You decided unilaterally to take the sperm. That's what I mean.
So
even if.
So everyone knows that she did?
Yeah, let's say she even admits it. So
okay.
She pretty much admits that she was very, very sneaky.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it matters in the court's eyes. It's just like, you've got a kid, you have to pay child support.
Period, right?
Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, people game the system. These chicks are out here trying to get babies, trying to get babies off rich dudes. It's got to be pretty stressful if you're like if it's well known that you're a rich guy, and women are just, because women are attracted to rich guys.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, where was I going with this?
Well,
yeah, and then you have to be worried about every chick that you meet is like trying to ensnare you in their life, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty rough having a kid with someone that you're not like with, or that you're not even like friendly with.
But especially when you took all the precautions to not make that person pregnant.
Yeah. Well, that's even worse, but I feel like a lot of people just, people are people. They're not always careful.
I'm thinking a guy, like a rich guy who gets to hook up with a, like a gorgeous lady and whatever. And the guy wants to take his precautions, and he says, oh, I have condoms and so on. And the lady says, no, don't worry, it's a safe day. But it's not a safe day. And the guy is like, oh, nice, I'm going to go condomless today. Sweet. Nobody. You don't know if it's a safe day.
I would never, ever believe anyone.
Yeah, it's what I mean.
Like,
exactly.
I would never believe that for a second. Because it's not even like a sure bet. It's a safe day. But you never know.
But then you don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
That's not a great life.
No. That's why you meet someone great and then stick with them. And if they get pregnant, then, at least you like them.
Yes. And you can own it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we don't have this problem. We're not rich enough.
This is true.
So we can talk about it one day if we have this problem.
Someday, maybe. I feel like if I got rich, I feel like it would be when I'm old. So maybe it's not such a big deal.
They would just try to, they would try to kill you out of an orgasm to get your money directly instead of
try to fuck you to death.
Yeah, instead of, heart attack or something.
But that's harder because you gotta get married or get in the will or something. But getting a baby.
Just grind a guy when he's old and grind him. There is such a thing. You can die from orgasm.
Yeah.
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 In French, it's called epectase. I love the name. That's why I use it a lot.
Epictase?
Epictase. It's literally you die as you orgasm for men. Yeah. And so I'm guessing it probably happens to older people, maybe because it might do something on the cardiac system.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know more.
Mm-hmm.
So, as opposed to make a whole child out of it, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't think I'm doing my line of work. I don't think my line of work is glamorous enough that even if I make money, somebody will be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this baby and suck him dry.
No, dude, you never know. Like
It's true. Money is money.
You're a successful guy. You're handsome. You're smart. Like chicks will be ready to fucking lock you down, buddy. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful out here. Because they will try to lock you down.
Yeah.
Like, that's just... Oh, God. I think of, like, past girlfriends that I've had. And, like, it makes me nervous. Sometimes I think, like, oh, what if I had gotten one of them pregnant? Like, had a pregnancy scare? Oh, my God. That was terrible. And that would have been so fucking awful. Because I did not get along with that person well, and we were not good for each other. So like having, like I just imagine it like if I had had a kid with her in college, like fuck, my life would be so different. Like
it can take a huge turn just for one good fuck.
Right, and it might not even be a good fuck.
True.
It might be lackluster, and you end up shackled to somebody for life. But you get a kid out of it, so that's cool.
Have you experienced a condom break before?
Yes.
So how does it look like? You just don't pinch the tip, so the air is in and it breaks. How does that break? Like, does it make a sound? It's just...
No, you can't hear.
Yeah, right.
That'd be funny if it's like...
Yeah, like a rupture of the latex. Maybe just a rupture of the latex or something.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Basically, just the top kind of ripped. And the top just ripped.
Was it because you didn't, like, the air was not removed properly or something?
No, because I know how to do that.
Uh-huh.
It's just... I don't know, man. We were getting after it, I guess.
Yeah, you had so much in store. There was not enough space in there.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, luckily it was like during, so we could put another one on. So.
Oh, during, not at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, how do you? Okay.
So
you could see it, or you could feel it at least that it was a break.
No, couldn't feel it until it came out, and it was like, oh.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Shit.
Okay.
That's a problem.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, just basically people just get lucky. Like, they just get lucky that they do irresponsible things or make mistakes, and it doesn't completely change their life.
Yeah, because I heard some people can also get, like, some women can get pregnant from um, collateral, like, you could pull out and come in the peripheral area but not inside. The pregnant can also run in. Like, that would be like, oh no, I pulled out. Like, that's the safe mechanism. No, it's not safe, buddy.
That's anybody who says that's a good method
I
of
mean,
birth control is
I would
fucking
never-
stupid.
I would never do this as a birth control device. It's like, what? I don't trust myself enough for that, first of all. And even if there's still, by being safe, by pulling out in time and everything, nah, too risky. Things might still get in.
No, man. Yeah, for sure. Like, because stuff comes out before you even orgasm. So
yeah, I heard that too recently. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you're not saving yourself. It's just kind of ruining the moment, and like,
yeah, and emergency measures to stop the potential conception are not fun.
What do you mean?
You know, like PNB pills or.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of hormones and stuff.
Yeah, let's say
in
you
it.
have any of those mishaps. Yeah, like the safest thing would be to take a PNB pill.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it damages the body or the mood or whatnot, but
I think it's not fun.
yeah, it's because it's violent enough for the body to say, yep, nope, not welcoming any sort of life anytime soon. So it must be drastic enough to prevent that.
Yep. Had to buy one of those one time.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That costs around $40 apparently.
I can't remember how much it was. Probably something like that. I would have paid $1 million, but
it's just the business of safe sex.
Yeah.
You know, because condoms are already pretty expensive.
Yeah, up here.
We got it, like, you know, guys didn't get the short end of the stick when it comes to hormones.
What do you mean?
You know, well, now one of the default contraception devices is for women to take the pill, which is hormones.
Yeah.
And that can fuck up their skin, fuck up their mood, fuck up their menstrual cycle,
their weight.
Weight, exactly. So the whole body composition can be disturbed, and sometimes they have to go on a pill like maybe 6 months or like something like that, just to see, you know, how long it takes and see if the body can get accustomed or so. Even if after a month you feel like shitty effects, you might have to wait a bit because potentially the body could get used to it, could get used to it or something. But if it doesn't get used to it, then that's 6 months where you are like
just feeling like shit.
Yeah, feeling like shit all the time. You know, like bloated, like hurt, things like that. But like on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And that's one of the default contraception devices.
Yeah, man, it's not so good for women, I don't think.
Oh no, I think it's awful.
Yeah.
Not awful, but I guess not great. I don't know how refined the methods are these days, like the pills, like quantity-wise, dosage-wise.
Well, I'm a fertility doctor, so I have no idea.
And I'm guessing that the first pills back then had, whenever it was made, maybe they had more hormones or, I mean, you know, they probably were more drastic in that sense.
Where they changed the dosages and, you know, there's new pills that come out now. They got IUDs and stuff.
Implants.
Yep. Implants. The IUD works pretty well, so they say. And they have some that don't have hormones in them, and then some that do have hormones in them, and there's like
among the IUDs, you mean?
Yeah. There's different benefits to each one.
There's a copper one and a non-copper one. And even like pads and tampons. You gotta buy these things on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Like, I one of the things I would do as a government is like I would subsidize them massively. Maybe government's already subsidizing them. But just like you're born a woman, well, after 12, 13 years old, whatever, you're gonna have a stock of this. You're gonna have to have a stock on a regular basis, and that's extra money you have to spend. And that thing I would say is a need. I wouldn't say makeup is a need. You know?
No, but it's pretty nice.
Is it called a pink tax or something?
Pink tax.
It's
like
it's an abstract tax, but it's the fact that being a woman, you have to buy all those other things that men don't need to buy. So it's like as if you were taxed more because you're a woman.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, while I know some real women don't wear makeup, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm not a big fan of makeup in general. Not on a daily basis, at least.
Yeah.
The same way, I only get a nice haircut, or like I shave my beard for when I need to look good. On a daily basis, I don't touch anything. So I don't see why women should put makeup every day.
Yeah.
But tampons, yeah, that's a need.
Yeah.
If you have period and everything, well, yeah. So it's tricky.
So why would you subsidize it as the benevolent dictator?
Why would I? Well, because I consider that to be a need for women. Pads, any form of taking care of your periods.
So when you say subsidize, you mean they should make it free?
Either free or almost free. Like, I don't know, there must be a way. I don't know. I haven't thought this through, but the fact that they have to pay for things that we don't have to. And I'm not talking about makeup again. That's a choice. Yes, you can make a choice of not wearing tampons, but good luck with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. They don't seem very expensive to make. After all, it's paperish made, like a cotton made. Well, I don't know what it is exactly. Seems cotton mostly.
I think probably cotton. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're not very big, so I don't think they cost they don't require a huge quantity of cotton.
No.
I don't think they require crazy machines. It's always the same shape, more or less.
Yeah, it's probably pretty low tech at this point. Yeah. It's been around for a long time. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, to me, it's like, yeah, women have to buy different things that men don't have to buy, but I mean, men have to buy things that women don't have to buy as well, I guess.
What is it that we have?
I can't think of anything. Oh, shit. Came out.
Is that you?
Oh, here we go.
Back on.
Back
okay,
online.
Okay.
I fucked it up.
That's why we have one microphone each. We can use the other as a backup in case. What do we need to buy to be a man every day?
I mean, I guess like you gotta shave your beard. Women don't have to shave their beards, but they do have to shave their legs.
Well, they don't have to.
They don't have to.
And I don't have to shave either.
That's true.
Like a lot of people grow a beard. That's saving so much money.
Yeah, I can't. That's the thing, is I can't think of.
But periods, I would consider this like an essential need.
Yeah.
Like tampons and whatever tampons, pads or whatever else they use. The cup.
Yeah. Oh God. That just sounds terrible.
I don't know. Never tried.
Oh God.
I never tried either of them. But yeah, I don't think that there's something that I need to buy that women don't, and by that I mean need. I cannot think of something.
Yeah, me neither. It's interesting. Like, we all gotta wear clothes and get food and get drinks and fucking computers and cell phones, and it seems to be more of a hassle to be a woman in general. Yeah. Just like in life, there's a lot of privilege being a man in the current world, which is nice, I guess, to benefit from it. Even
having more, testosterone seems to be a pretty powerful hormone.
But estrogen is as well.
Yeah, estrogen's good, but I think testosterone allows you...
Estrogen's good, but if you really want that dope shit, you gotta get some testosterone in your life.
Lift some heavy-ass weights. But it seems that testosterone is responsible for a lot of, it's not anti-aging, but something similar, or at least, like muscle retention and things like that.
Yeah, like recovery and stuff like that.
Yeah, even recovery, exactly. So... As you age, I think testosterone benefits you more than estrogen.
Yeah.
For the same quantity. I mean, again,
for the
I'm my Dr. Fertility. I don't think I am either. So
Dr.
we're both talking,
Vigier.
we're both talking. We have PhDs, okay? Aren't we experts in everything
Don't
now?
say that. Just say we're doctors. Just say we're doctors.
Aren't we experts at everything now?
Right?
No, yeah. But it seems that for these purposes, for health purposes, testosterone seems to do a nice job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because like people get low testosterone later in life, and then their muscle mass decreases, recovery decreases.
Oh yeah.
Energy decreases. So now people are taking like testosterone supplements and stuff. And
yeah, well, something that I will probably do in the future if I have the money is testosterone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
TRT. I'm down for that.
Isn't that like performance enhancing?
It's not natural in the sense that it's not testosterone that my body produces, but you would have to take huge amounts if you wanted to be a bodybuilder.
Mm-hmm.
You can take other steroids to have better performance, I think, to get bigger muscle-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But well, so a lot of former bodybuilders who retire or something at 40 or whatever, they have to be on TRT because their body is not producing this testosterone on its own anymore. Mm-hmm. Because after so many years of abuse of steroids, the body is like, well, don't need to make testosterone. These things are coming from the outside. So, well, if you are natural, then you're still producing testosterone, but in lower quantities. Mm-hmm. But for some people, I think as you age, some people the drop is huge. Mm-hmm. So testosterone replacement therapy you might just take a dose to be at your 30 years old level. So yes, it's going to be performance enhancing when you're 60 because you're going to be performing as if you were 50, I guess. But I won't call you a steroid abuser of some sort. No, you just want to have a long and healthy life. Like a longer and healthier life. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I could be down for that.
At that age, but I'm talking about being 50, Even at 40, I think testosterone is still a decent amount.
I think it's decreasing by that time. I feel like
after 35
I feel like 35 is
But again, it depends on people.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta get your blood tested and stuff. Mm-hmm. We'll have to do that soon.
Yeah? Get your blood tested?
Yeah. I mean, I checked online. It's pretty expensive. It's an investment, but...
How much is it? The TRT or the blood?
Just, you can do a blood test where they check a shit ton of biomarkers, they call this. So they're going to check testosterone and other things.
And how much?
I think I checked probably around, minimum 200?
Oh, okay.
But they don't have all the biomarkers. If you want to get a full package, it's probably like 500.
Okay.
But yes, it's not something, I don't think I would do that every year. Mm-hmm. If I do this every 5-10 years, just keep things in check.
Yeah.
Because I think among the biomarkers, they can check stuff related to your food intake, what things you're lacking of. So you can supplement your diet and say, oh well, maybe I'm lacking zinc. Yeah. So I'm gonna eat more, I don't know, spinach because there is zinc. I don't think there is. I'm not sure. Yeah. I think liver food, organs, organ meats are good with zinc. So that would be good for optimizing your health. And past 35, these things make a big difference. Yeah. Yeah, man, we got a lot of cool technology these days. Like, I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to get like stem cell therapy. Oh, I'm very down for that. Yeah, like my knee gets fucked up or my back gets fucked up. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna go to Mexico or wherever I need to go. Everything hurts this week. Everything hurts. Yeah. The joints. I can feel it in the joints. I'm like. Yeah, man. Well, you're kicking the shit out of your body every week. Yeah. It's totally my fault, and I'm probably not doing the right things in terms of recovery. I'm not sleeping well enough. Yeah. Probably. I mean, I don't mind. I don't feel. When I wake up, I feel fine. But maybe my body might require a bit more sleep to have full recovery, and I'm not optimizing this. Maybe because I'm watching my screen 5 minutes before going to bed. Yeah. Where I should stop an hour before or something. They have all these things, right? Yeah. Which I'm not following. I'm trying to do a couple, but it's hard. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna get into this soon. There's gonna be a point where it's gonna make I'm gonna feel it, and I'm like, just to maintain myself, I will need to do all these extra steps. Yeah. Whereas right now, to maintain myself, I can stretch a bit, sleep well, eat well, and I still feel fine. Yeah. Pains here and there, but that's comes with any physical activity. Yeah, man, my back was all fucked up today.
lifting all these pipes and stuff.
Do you lift them from the ground? Like, it's like a deadlift motion?
Yeah, some of that. Then pushing, pulling. It's just, yeah, we were having to move these gigantic pipes into these pretty narrow areas, and this one area we were going through this rectangular hole in the wall. Like, we had to use what's called a chain fall, so it's a device used for like lifting things.
Mm-hmm.
And so you wrap a sling around the end of the pipe and then attach it to this chain fall and then lift it up, and we had to do that because the other end of the pipe was like just barely catching on a wall. And I'm not explaining it well, but it's not that exciting to explain well anyways. It's just yeah, it was a lot of physical activity today, a lot of walking, a lot of carrying stuff. So
it keeps you in shape without working out, though.
Exactly.
So that's definitely a pro.
It was a great workout for sure. Like, I was sweating all day.
Oh wow!
And nice. It was cold. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to this point where we'll have to optimize a lot of things just to stay in shape.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel lucky that I do get to work out at work. Like, even on a day when there's not a lot of heavy lifting, there's always like walking around, and you know, even just holding up a hammer drill like with your arms. It gets you tired after a while. Yeah. It's like you're doing one rep of a really annoying shoulder press.
Yeah. Full body.
Yeah. Work out the legs, the back, the arms. What else do we have? Core. Oh, I really want to do more exercise though, but it's pretty tough when you do essentially get a workout every day during the day to then come home and be like, okay, now I'm going to do more of a workout. Whereas I try and spend my energy and motivation on like side hustles.
Yeah.
So it's just because there's only a certain amount of like shit that you can force yourself to do in a day.
Yeah.
So.
But you have a balance, because you get some brain stimulation and physical stimulation at work.
Yeah.
And then your side hustles are probably even more challenging for the brain.
Yeah.
Challenging yourself and maybe your body will get more and more used to the workouts.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe at some point you're like, oh, actually today I don't feel that tired, and I could go for a light workout.
Yeah.
Or for cardio, or for lifting weights.
Yeah.
But I can imagine not every day.
No.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. Oh, shit. So we've been going for 52 minutes.
Yeah,
should we take a break?
Let's do this.
All right. See you in the next one.
Yeah, that's probably what I would say. See you in the next one.